Have you ever walked into a room and felt something was wrong before anyone said a word? Or noticed how you automatically change your tone, your behavior, even your personality depending on who you're talking to? Most people call that being observant, but for some people, it's something deeper. It's what happens when you grow up in an environment where peace was unpredictable, love had conditions, and safety depended on reading the room perfectly. While other kids were learning how to play, you were learning how to survive. And that survival gave you traits that feel strange, sometimes even isolating, but they aren't flaws. They're adaptations. Today, I'm breaking down 4 traits you might have right now. Traits that often feel like burdens, but can become powerful strengths once you understand them. By the end of this video, things about yourself will finally make sense. Let's begin. Trait 1. The human radar. As a child, you didn't wait for words to understand a situation. You noticed posture, tone, silence, energy. You could tell if something was about to go wrong just by how a door closed or how footsteps sounded in the hallway. That wasn't intuition. That was training. You learned to scan people constantly, not because you were curious, but because missing the signs had consequences. Now as an adult, you read people effortlessly. You sense dishonesty before it's proven. You feel tension before it's spoken. The gift? Very few people can manipulate you. The cost? Your mind rarely feels quiet. You notice everything. Micro-expressions, mood shifts, emotional undercurrents, while everyone else is relaxed and unaware. You weren't born hyper-aware. You were shaped that way. And once you realize this, you can learn when to trust that radar and when to finally let it rest. Trait 2. The adapter. Ask yourself this honestly. Who are you when no one needs anything from you? If that question feels uncomfortable, this trait might be yours. Growing up, being yourself wasn't always safe. So you became what the moment required. Quiet when silence was needed. Pleasant when conflict was dangerous. Helpful when approval was currency. Over time, adapting became automatic. Different people know different versions of you, and all of them feel real, yet incomplete. The upside? You can connect with almost anyone. You blend in, build rapport, and make people feel understood without effort. The downside? Sometimes you feel invisible to yourself. Here's the truth. You were never fake. You were flexible. And flexibility is powerful once you stop using it to disappear. Trait 3. The unstoppable engine. You don't just work hard. You push, even when you're exhausted, even when you're overwhelmed, even when your body is asking for a break. Rest feels wrong. Stopping feels risky. Because growing up, slowing down didn't feel safe. Achievement brought approval. Strength brought protection. So now, you keep going, even when no one is chasing you anymore. The advantage? Pressure doesn't break you. Crisis doesn't paralyze you. You perform when others collapse. The cost? You don't know how to enjoy stillness without guilt. But hear this carefully. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to prove your worth through exhaustion. You're allowed to pause without losing value. Trait 4. The locked emotions. There's a reason you stay calm when things fall apart. You learned early that emotions weren't welcome, that expressing pain caused problems, that feelings made situations worse, so you learned to contain them. Now, when something hurts, you analyze instead of react. When something good happens, you stay guarded. When love appears, you prepare for loss. You don't trust emotions, especially positive ones. The strength? You're reliable in chaos. People lean on you when everything is burning. The struggle? Sometimes you feel disconnected from your own life. Here's what you need to know. Your emotions were never the problem. They were simply inconvenient to someone who couldn't handle them. Feeling deeply isn't weakness. It's untrained power. The truth that changes everything. These traits weren't chosen. They were built in response to survival. And now you have a choice. You can let them control you, or you can learn to control them. Awareness turns survival skills into tools. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're someone who adapted to something difficult and kept going. And that means you don't just survive anymore. You get to live. If this video helped you understand yourself better, you're not alone. And if you're still here watching, that alone proves your strength. Today's shout out goes to one subscriber watching right now. Keep showing up. You matter more than you think.